evening and welcome to An Evening with Raul. Tonight I have a very special guest, a celebrity, somebody who has been fighting for the values of the Philippines from a very young age, none other than Joey Lina. Joey Lina, good evening,
Good evening, Raul.
and thank you so much for coming to our show.
I'm happy to be part of your show.
Yeah, for me it's a real honor because, of course, I've been here only 3 years, and honestly, the name didn't sound any familiar to me like many names of Filipinos that were celebrities and that did something for the country. And then I read your curriculum. By the way, you're not very much into the digital world because I saw that don't have a very big digital footprint, as we say, in the internet. You're not in the media a lot. We don't hear much about you, which is a good sign, because normally when you hear about somebody, it's always about scandals, about things that have been going wrong, and everything. And you really, I was looking for something. I said, my God, there's nothing. So I had to ask.
It's in the internet, though.
Yeah, it's on the internet.
But I have a Facebook account, but I'm not
Sure.
very active.
Yeah.
Of course, I have my email, but I'm not very much into the digital world.
Yeah, but it's a good thing. I think we are a bit too much in it. So anyway, Joey, I would like to know a little bit about where you come from. I know that you have a very interesting story. You're one of those. If there was such a thing as the Filipino miracle or something like that, like you have the American way. There was the Filipino way. You would be the perfect example because you did the whole from the bottom to the top. So tell us a little bit about it.
I come from a very humble beginning, born in a family of 12 children. My father was a public elementary school teacher, and my mom was the general manager of the household.
When you have 12, you have to be.
Yeah, and the village or the barrio where I was born was a remote barrio in a town called Victoria, in the province of Laguna.
I love it.
At that time, when I was born, there was still no electricity in the village. Had to walk for about a kilometer going to school and another kilometer going home. And by sheer hard work and of course through the guidance of my parents, who are both disciplinarian, we studied well and went to public school, elementary and high school. After elementary, my grandparents moved me to Manila to study high school in a public high school.
So your grandparents were in Manila? Or they sent
No,
you to Manila?
they sent me to Manila.
Okay. So you were on your own in Manila?
So with my grandparents, because they have a house here in Manila, in a district called Tondo, in Manila. And after that, again, because I studied hard and was very active in extracurricular activities in the high school paper, in student government, in military training. Then I went to college as a scholar, and but those were the years of living dangerously. That was when there was very strong opposition to the prospect then. Yet martial law was not yet declared. It was just being discussed or rumored that martial law might be declared. So I became very active in the student movement. I went in and out of school because I was a full-time organizer. And but eventually, when martial law was declared, even if I had several charges filed against me, including subversion cases, I managed to elude arrest. I was quick enough to disappear. But when the time cooled down and there was an opportunity to go back to school after the charges had been dismissed, I went back to school and finished my college education, and then studied law at the University of the Philippines. And all this time, college, after I lost my scholarship, I started working already. So I supported myself to school and finished law at UP. But I was also very active in academics and extracurricular activities. And after that, after finishing law and becoming a full-fledged lawyer, I joined a human rights lawyers group called Mabini, and I was exposed to cases involving human rights, and the Filipinos were able to oust the martial law ruler, and I was appointed governor of Metro Manila. That was my first position in government. I was still very young.
Still very young,
I was 33 when I was appointed governor of Metro Manila. I replaced the former first lady, who was the governor then and general manager of Metro Manila Commission then, which is the precursor of the Metro Manila Development Authority. So from there, new constitution was written, a Congress was restored with two houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives, and the new dispensation was looking for for people who will run for the Senate, and they needed someone who to represent the youth sector, and so I was there available. So they asked me to run for the Senate.
Also one of the youngest member.
I was the youngest, even in history, under the 1987 Constitution. It just so happened I was there at the right time and at the right place. So I became senator at 35, which is the minimum age for senator.
At the recent.
Yes, and then serving Senate for 2 terms, and then you cannot run for a third consecutive term. So I said I would not stop from serving our people. I ran for governor of my home province of Laguna for 2 terms, and then something happened again before my term ended. There was again a political turmoil, and the president was also well, technically resigned, so they needed someone to. The new dispensation needed someone to handle the Department of Interior and Local Government. So I was appointed the LG secretary, mainly because I was also the founding president of all the leagues of local officials, called Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines. And I was also the head of all governors. So
it was the normal
that was
way
normal,
of
yeah.
basic.
So they asked me to head the Department of Interior and Local Government. I served as the ILG secretary for 3 years and 3 years and 5 months, or 3 years and a half, and then I resigned after serving the then President Macapagal during her first term. Then I didn't join her anymore in her second term, and I wanted to go back to my law practice, but the owners of the Manila Hotel sought me out and asked me to become president.
That's when you went
of
into
the
the
Manila Hotel.
hospitality business.
To my great surprise, I didn't know why they picked me, and it took some time before I said yes. And my brother told me, maybe you can just try the corporate life for 1 year, and then if you don't like it, then you get out, say your goodbye. But I've been here for almost 10 years as president of the Manila Hotel, a private company, and well, we're doing our best to maintain, preserve this national heritage, a national icon, and people say that Manila Hotel has maintained its pristine elegance.
Really, I think as a foreigner, I mean, we find that there's too little of the history of the Philippines.
Yes.
And definitely the Manila Hotel is one of those places where you see that something has been done
Yeah.
to keep it. And I always admire this. There's of course Intramuros, but Intramuros they should do something
Yes.
much better. It could be very nice.
Yes.
Still in the making. I hope it's gonna come one day. But the Manila Hotel is really something. And thank you for welcoming us in this beautiful hotel.
Yes, this is my
Your home.
this is my assigned room
Yeah.
here at the Manila Hotel, and we're very happy to have you here, Ambassador.
Deputy ambassador.
Deputy
But
ambassador.
only for a short while because I will take a sabbatical to be able to stay in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I will take a break from the diplomatic world for 1 year, then I will join again.
Okay.
So that I can do a little bit more of this. Meeting Filipinos who have made history. And actually it's my first time to have an ex-politician. I mean, you're still practicing politics in my show.
Yeah.
I've had mostly, so far, professional singers.
Oh, I see.
Like Ana Pilita
Corrales.
Corrales,
Oh, yes.
like of course Anak,
Freddie Aguilar.
Freddie Aguilar,
Yeah.
yes, and other ones like this. So it's first time. So for me, it's very interesting. So of
I
course-
hope they deserve to be here.
Oh, definitely.
Your guests are all important personalities in the music industry.
Well, we will see later when you sing.
I'm just trying hard as a singer. The running joke here in Manila Hotel is that I'm part of the package here. So when there's
That's
an
a very
event,
nice way.
there's an event here.
You're free.
Yeah,
You're free, they can
the
use you.
engagers, some of the engagers are my friends. They ask me, can you drop by and sing one song?
So
It
you've been
doesn't-
of many different hats.
Yeah.
You do a bit of everything. You've tried your luck in everything you like and you love to do.
Yeah, well, thank God.
Yeah.
God has given me so many gifts.
Watch comedy genius John Santos and dental diva Kakay Bautista and introducing Sprikitik Improv. Live, love, laugh. Two top comedians and a riotous bunch of improv artists. Directed by Joaquin Pedro Valdez. August 12, 8 p.m. and August 13, 3 p.m. at the Ceremonial Hall, Marriott Grand Ballroom. Live, love, laugh is presented by Resorts World Manila in cooperation with Ultimate Shows Incorporated. Tickets are available at all Ticket World outlets and at Resorts World Manila box office.